Oh, here we go. Let me turn the music. Yeah.
Hey, if the Bears were winless, would you be wearing that hat right now?
No, I wore it last week after they won, and they won again, so I wore it again. And now we have a bye week, so we can celebrate it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I got everything out of my teeth after eating chicken Alfredo right
It
before
looks
this.
so good. I had Subway.
Oh, good old Scrubway.
Mm-hmm. It was good.
I don't mind Scrubway. I like the All American Clubs. Really solid
Ooh.
sandwich.
I do some freaky stuff too. I get that grilled chicken. I get that. I get basically every veggie besides olives and jalapenos. Be tearing my stomach up, so I gotta stay away from jalapenos. And then American cheese, of course. Italian urban cheese, of course. And then I get Baja Chipotle and ranch on my grilled chicken, and that right there, muy delicioso.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. I get so the All American Club is ham, turkey, bacon. I get it toasted, of course. Why not?
Yeah.
And then I American cheese as well.
Yes, of course.
I mean, I don't want any of the other freaky cheese. If they had a Kraft single, I'd prefer that. But and then I just do lettuce, pickle, banana pepper, and then extra mayo, and then call it a day.
That's good. That's not bad. You know, no. I would throw some mustard on there.
Nah. I like mustard only on like a brat or like a thicker hot dog.
Okay.
But like I feel like because mustard's like very overpowering.
Well, do you remember when I would put mustard on everything?
Yeah.
I remember we'd go to like volleyball games and stuff, and I would put mustard on my popcorn just so people wouldn't ask to have some of my popcorn.
That's disgusting.
It was.
You were also the same person that would like lick the container for like nacho cheese.
Yeah. Oh, I still do that.
Yeah. That's exactly you. I mean, it's just, hey, different strokes for different folks.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
It happens, right?
I get lost in the nacho, dude. I'm sorry. What can I say?
Got to do what you got to do.
That's right.
So kind of a wacky week so far, I would say, based off of the NFL games that were not even Thursday night games, more like Tuesday night games. MLB playoffs are in full-fledged wild card. We have some managers that have been fired or let go or not retained. Some of them are kind of goofy. We have Super Bowl halftime has been announced. It's not Tay-Tay.
Oh, what a missed opportunity.
But it is another American.
Yes.
And then we have the good old college football. Creepy photo says mustard is very underrated, but very good.
Very rated. Wait, is he saying
very rated? Is he saying?
Is he saying it's overrated? And then, but he says, but it's very good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm a Dijon mustard guy.
I like Dijon. I like Dijon on brats. And that's about it, dude. I don't know. I can't really do a whole lot with Dijon.
You got to get a Cuban, put a Dijon on it, of course. Or there's this great restaurant in downtown Elkhart called Old Style Deli.
Okay.
And they do, it's called a turkey on the range is the name of the sandwich. And it's like bacon with turkey, and then they put Dijon mustard on it. And
that sounds good. I can get behind that.
I'll tell you what, that is maybe one of my favorite restaurants in all of the area.
I've tried on. You put me on a lot of things. I haven't tried Portillo's yet, though.
Portillo's is fire, of course. Why not? Yeah. But Old Style Deli in Elkhart, I love it. They have breakfast stuff and they have like lunch stuff. Their breakfast sandwich it's called a Texas BLT, and it's amazing.
What's on it?
Bacon, lettuce, tomato, obviously. They throw a little ham on there as well.
Ooh, is that where the Texas comes in?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I think that's like Canadian or something.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd call it. I was expecting like a brisket or something on that.
No, but it is very good. It's affordable. Like you get like a sandwich, chips, a drink. It's like $12.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, you can't beat that. Cannot beat that. It's a nice little old school place. But supposedly some people say mustard is very rated, but very good. So we have no idea over or under. His typing is still not yet figured out. Maybe one day he could figure that out.
I mean, dude, is he doing it just to like?
No, this is just how he is. Sometimes like you'll talk to him and he's just like,
Like skip a word or two.
yes, his mom is a teacher. That's what's
Yeah,
terrifying about
a
it all.
very good one
A
too.
very good teacher, well-established 20-year vet in teaching,
Yeah.
and he cannot type sometimes and cannot speak other times. But him and his brother, though, you should hear the way his brother talks, dude. Like
Is it worse?
his brother says some stuff that he said he called me one time and he was talking about you on the podcast. He said you need to check Trevor sometimes, man. He goes sometimes he just be off looking in the blue. And he's like, I know you do the podcast every week with him, but he goes, you might want to drive by his house one time and check on him, man. And I'm
Dude,
like, yeah,
I
that's
haven't seen him in probably like 10 years.
yeah. Well, he ain't much changed. He's still the same old, same old. I don't know. He'll call me and just say a bunch of goofy stuff.
Well,
His friend is supposedly the one that put us in Bryce Underwood's
or
ear.
in the Michigan locker room.
Yeah, supposedly through his roommate. So who knows?
Man, I would love to be in the Michigan locker room.
Well, I am for I guess calling somebody bad, even though I've never really said that. So I was told to F them haters, but whatever. I put the hater blockers on too. Some of these MLB managers now to put on the hater blockers and maybe look for some new jobs, apply for some new jobs. Some of them kind of feels like maybe retiring, especially with the first one, Brian Snitker out after 9 seasons with the Braves. He won the 2021 World Series with the Braves. So his contract was up, and he's going to stay in the organization as advisory role. So I think it was his decision not to come back as manager. They did have a disappointing year. People thought that they were one of the best teams in the MLB, and they didn't make the playoffs. Wow. So a little change there. The one that you sent me, Rocco Baldelli, pretty sure that's how you say that, fired from the Twins after 7 seasons. He won 3 AL Central titles. Did have a winning record at 527 and 505, but disappointing last 2 years. So they said the last 2 years we didn't live up to our expectations and goals, so they fired him. They went 70 and 92, but they sold at the deadline. This is my problem with some of these guys in MLB. You fire these guys, but you give them no good team to try and coach or give them ability to do anything, and you fire them. This is one of those where it's like you're the Twins. You don't really spend a whole lot of money. You expect him to like do a bunch of super magic.
Right.
And then you say, oh, we've had 2 disappointing years. We sold at the deadline this year and we're bad. Fired. I think he'll get a job. I believe he's a very good manager. He's still pretty young, former player as well. Bob Melvin is out in San Francisco after 2 years. Went 161 and 163. They've not had the Giants, think about this, have not had a winning season, winning record or higher since 2021.
Wow. Yeah, I remember when we were growing up, like the Tim Lincecum and that whole thing was.
Yeah, they won 3 titles in like 6 years. They were really good. The weird thing about this is, and same thing with Rocco here, is they picked up their options for the 2026 season, but still ended up firing them anyways. It's kind of goofy. Melvin's was picked up in July. At the time in July, they were like, oh, we could be good. They were like, I think a little over 500. They made the big trade for Rafael Devers. Didn't really work out. Ended with a losing record. Tough division, though. It's I mean, you got the Padres and the Dodgers. I mean, what does some of these people expect? Bruce Bochy is out with the Rangers after 3 seasons, and he led them to their first World Series title in 2023. Bruce Bochy, Hall of Famer. Of course, won the 3 championships with the Giants as their manager. He's been offered a front office advisory role to stay in Texas, but nobody really knows if he's going to retire or take that role or maybe go back to the Giants because Buster Posey runs the Giants now. Buster Posey, of course, his old-time catcher. He's now the GM. But Bochy is 70 years old, so nobody really knows what's going to happen there. I don't think the Giants would hire him just because I don't know if they're ready to win yet. He's the type of manager you come in, you bring into a ball club that you know is going to win and has talent to win. He's won 4 World Series rings. I mean, he's a very good manager.
Yeah.
And then Ron Washington. Washington missed the majority of the 2025 season after undergoing quadruple bypass heart surgery.
That's a lot.
So So yeah, this is just saying, hey, he's not going to retire for 2026. I don't know if he's going to coach anywhere again. He used to be the third base coach for the Braves. That was, of course, after being the manager for the Rangers for a long time back in the day when they went to the World Series around 2011, 2012, that era. He got hired in 2024. So just health reasons didn't work out. And yet again, he's another one of those guys where they don't give him a team to coach even when he was there. So um, baseball is pretty funny. They fire these guys, but they don't give them anybody to really coach or
Yeah.
winning
Well,
team.
I don't know a whole lot about baseball managers, but just looking at, I mean, these five right here, I could see just age wise. And when you say advising role, that basically sounds like kick your feet up and go ahead. We'll keep paying you a little bit of dough.
Yeah, pretty. I mean, they do that with a lot of people. They keep them in the organization. Basically, it's one of those where it's like, hey, we want you to retire, but we'll keep you on in the front office. We'll give you something to do. Um, you know, you got Bochy, who is a very old school manager. I mean, doesn't analytics and all that. So it's you have the day and age where they want a manager that does analytics, or you want a manager that is old school, kind of goes with what's going on in the game.
You talking
So
Moneyball?
not money, kind of, but yeah, kind of. Where it's like the GM is telling you what to do.
Yeah.
A lot of Moneyball coming under fire lately. Did you see
Ooh.
David Justice did an interview with No Smoke and kind of blew that movie up a little bit.
Really? What did he say?
He said like none of it was really true.
Oh, that's a
He,
shame.
he said the scene with him where he was told like, "Hey, the Yankees are paying your contract and you're here," blah blah blah. When he was in the batting cage, he said that never happened. And the one thing I do say about Moneyball and people do not understand is like, yes, the A's definitely went out and got some guys that nobody else wanted, but they also had the MVP of the league as their shortstop. They also had the Cy Young winner as one of their pitchers, and they had like three of the best pitchers in baseball
Okay. Yeah.
at the time.
I didn't
So
know
it was a mixture of both. But the movie's still great. Like I like the movie, the
that. Good
premise of
movie.
it. It definitely was the start of analytics, and some people would say ruining baseball. But they still had a small payroll. A lot of those guys left after they competed with the A's and went on to do different things. But yeah, so that is the one thing about it that I will say that is like they make it seem like the old A's just went out to the retirement home and got a couple guys and threw a team together. They still had some talent on that team. But yeah, it's kind of coming under fire.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I do like that movie. Um, Jonah Hill's fat in it, so
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
good.
he went. It's old school. Jonah
Yeah.
Hill.
Yeah.
Maybe Brad Pitt's best movie ever, actually.
Mm,
Maybe,
mm.
maybe.
I would say Brad Pitt's best movie. Let me go through here. I like Inglorious Bastards.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I like that movie. What's another Brad Pitt movie? Dude, honestly, I can't think.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith is good. What is like a Brad Pitt movie? Why can't I think of a Brad Pitt movie? He's got to be in something like
What's the one with Leo? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
that one's good. Another Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, I would say maybe my favorite movie of his is Inglorious Bastards, but Moneyball is very good.
Moneyball, he's like the star. He's like the
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, but yeah, it was just funny. So these managers are out, so it'll be interesting to see kind of what these teams do. I would say the Braves are the one that you look at to win it all, so it'll be very interesting to see.
Well, yeah, that and like the advisory role too. It kind of reminds me of like what Pete Carroll was doing after he stopped coaching.
Yeah, you don't really do anything.
No, and then he started coaching again. So then they were like, "Oh shit!" I mean, child's program.
Yeah, so it'll be very interesting.
No.
All right, moving now on to the MLB playoffs. Of course, the wild card is underway. Yankees just hit a home run, so they're up 2-0 in the bottom of the first. So now we'll jump back to the Tigers and Guardians are tied 1-1. They play Game 3 tomorrow at 1. Tigers won the first game. Screwball pitched to Gem. Today the Guardians won Game 2. It was a close game until about the 8th.
Yeah, then they started raking it.
The Guardians just started getting the bats got hot and blew out to a 6-1 lead and then ended up winning it. Tigers have skidded into the playoffs. We talked about that. So they won Game 1 behind their best pitcher, Screwball. Today wasn't bad. It's one of those series is you got to get the bats going. in a
Yeah,
short amount of time.
yeah, and it kind of happened really quickly too. Where like it was the top of the eighth, the Guardians just really started raking it, dude. Like that I think it was a solo shot to right field, kind of opened it up, and then it was just double double. They started raking it. So yeah, it's that's the MLB though. It's like even if the score is 1-1, it can open up pretty quickly because it's the best hitters in the world. So yeah, but tomorrow is the next game, correct?
Yep, tomorrow at 1 o'clock,
What do you
game
think?
three.
What do you think's gonna happen there? You think Tigers gonna get it done? The Guardians are pretty good, right?
The Guardians are good. It's one of those things where it's all going to come down to pitching. I think for the Tigers, like who starts tomorrow for the Tigers. I mean, it's they not just going to throw Screwball back out there.
Well, yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, I mean, would it be insane to throw Scooball like wait for Game 3?
I mean, he'd only have 1 day rest. I don't know. Maybe if the problem is it's like if you move on, you only get a couple days rest and you got to go again.
Yeah,
I don't. I mean, it would maybe if you have a lead late or you need him to hold late in the game. You never know. That could be kind of interesting. I'm trying to see if they maybe have it picked who's going to pitch yet. Jack Flaherty versus Slade Ciccone for the Guardians. Jack Flaherty's had a lot of experience. Won the World Series with the Dodgers last year. He's pitches for the Tigers. So Tigers is going to be offense. Got to get the offense going.
yeah,
That's going to be the biggest thing. The Cubs and Padres are now tied 1-1 after the Padres won game 2 3-0. Manny Machado had a big 2-run shot after he fell earlier in the game. He was trying to chase foul ball and he slipped and everybody was like, oh my God, is he hurt? And he came back up and played. Cubs won game 1. The bullpen looked really good for the Cubs yesterday. Did not so much today. This is another one. You got to get the bats going in a short amount of time. Either you can get the bats going or you can't.
yeah.
Because your pitching is only going to be able to hold for so much. Just be based off the Cubs bullpen has not been pretty good. The pitching staff is shaky to begin with, starting wise, and then you got to get the bullpen going. So you got to get the bats hot. Backs against the wall. But Cubs are going to be at home tomorrow. They play at 3, so that'll be interesting. But the Padres are a good team. I mean, the Padres are a team. They could win it all. I mean, they have that much talent.
Yeah, yeah. And speaking of getting the bats on and stuff, dude, the Dodgers, like we were saying before the podcast started, if this comes down to who can be the hottest, Dodgers can be the best team in baseball if they got their bats going. So that'd be interesting to keep an eye out on, see how they do. But yeah, this is so far some good games. I was very interested in the Tigers Guardians game, and then the Yankees and Red Sox going on right now, right?
Yeah, so that game, like I said, is 2-0 Yankees at the top of the second. They had a 2-run shot. The Yankees yesterday, this was crazy. They were down 3-1, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded against Aroldis Chapman, and couldn't score.
Yeah.
Couldn't score. Struck out the last 2 guys. So it'll be very interesting. The Red Sox have kind of owned the Yankees the last couple postseasons. So it will be very interesting. The Yankees are more talented, but their bullpen is awful. So that will kind of be – they kind of blew it yesterday. They took out Max Fried. That's one of those gut analytic things. Do you take them out? Do you keep them in? Their bullpen has not been very good this year, and let the Red Sox score. So, yeah, the Red Sox are up 1-0. If the Red Sox were to win, series over. If not, they play tomorrow, I think, at 6 if the Yankees were to win.
Wow, that'd be crazy because I kind of was pretty just with Aaron Judge and all that stuff, it's kind of weird to not see them get past the wild card, but that could be a very real possibility.
Yeah, I mean, it could very much happen. They were tied for the division with the Blue Jays, but Blue Jays had the tiebreakers, so they didn't get the 1 seed. So they had more wins than anybody else on the American League side, but could get eliminated in the wild card. And then you talked about the Dodgers. They're up 1-0 over the Reds after a 10-5 victory. All these other teams are scoring 1-2 runs yesterday, and the Dodgers come out and scored 10 runs.
Yeah.
Shohei, 2 homers. Teoscar Hernandez also had 2 homers. They play again tonight at 9. I think the presumption is that the Dodgers are going to win this. They're starting to get healthy pitching-wise. Snell pitched. Yamamoto I mean, Shohei would pitch game 3 if they needed him to tomorrow. So it's just one of those things where they're getting healthy at the right time, and
Yeah.
they're of course the Dodgers who have the big
Endless amounts
dollars
of money.
and have the talent and could do it all.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have a chance to in a series where Clayton Kershaw's retiring at the end of the year, and he's a little bit older, but hey, he's not going to pitch until the second series, and then Tyler Glasnow's not going to pitch till the second series. When you have that ability to do that, that is just crazy.
Yeah.
Every other team would be like, "Oh, we're going to throw Kershaw game 1 or 2, or
Yep.
Glasnow game 1 or 2," and they're like, we'll wait, and we'll use them in the next series. So yeah, I mean, what I do like, I know we talked about the NBA playoffs when we were in it, of how long it takes. I love how this is snapped.
Yep.
You're getting stuff done and over with. We'll be done with the wild card tomorrow night, and then the second round starts Saturday. So this is like snippety snap.
That's why it's awesome.
You get a day break, and then look, we're at it, and then
Do they rotate from like home away, home away?
It will slowly get to that. Yeah.
Okay. They've got to be. They're the reason there's a hole in the ozone.
Yeah, I think it's. I think you get 2 games, rest, 2 games, and then it goes back to the other place if it needs to. So it's starting to get to that. But yeah, I mean, look, it's there's already been entertaining. The Dodgers scored as many runs as all the other teams combined yesterday, but look at them. I mean, it's wide open. I still think. I mean, for the most part, I don't think really anybody, other than maybe the National League side, but American League side pretty much wide open. I mean, you could have the Guardians win tomorrow. You could have the Tigers win tomorrow. Nobody really knows. Coin flip. Yankees, Red Sox. If the Yankees were to win tonight, either of those teams could win tomorrow. So very much nobody knows. That's what makes it great. And we'll continue to keep an eye on it. Now moving on to the American.
Yeah.
That's doing the Super Bowl halftime show. Bad Bunny.
I'm going to look. I mean, it's a U.S. territory.
He has to have U.S. citizenship. Of course, Bad Bunny, the 31-year-old from Puerto Rico, has been chosen and picked to be the Super Bowl halftime show for Super Bowl 60. Think about that, Super Bowl 60.
Yeah, that's crazy.
San Francisco.
So I looked it up. A person born in Puerto Rico acquires U.S. citizenship in the same way as one born in any of the 50 states.
So he's American.
He's an American. He's a red, white, and blue bleeding.
Red-blooded American male.
Yeah. And I think Puerto Rico's flag is red, white, and blue as well. So
it is. Yeah, I mean, so a bunch of people are mad about this. And I don't know if it's political reasons or just because people are a little bit older. They have no idea who Bad Bunny is. I know my uncle was one that posted, "Why the hell is the caddy from Happy Gilmore?"
That's pretty funny.
The halftime show, which it's funny, but it's like, look, Bad Bunny is internationally known. He's massive.
He's huge. Yeah, he's huge. I mean,
he's pretty big in America, I would say. People in America know who he is. I mean, he is American. And then, yeah, the Spanish, Latino population just, I mean, he eats that up all day.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, and, I don't want to get too in the weeds on this, but they kind of just look for something to be mad about.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my Bad Bunny homework, so when he starts performing at the halftime show, I can, sing along to some of his songs and enjoy it myself. Every year, no matter who the NFL picks for their halftime show, somebody's mad. Do you remember people being mad about Coldplay?
Yeah, Coldplay. I love Coldplay. Great band. I'm like the biggest Coldplay guy there.
Yeah, it's just always a reason to debate one another. Like I said, I'm gonna check. I know, Bad Bunny because of WWE.
Yeah, he's big and he's like everywhere. He literally is everywhere. The guy does everything, is everywhere. Very versatile. Yeah, I mean I don't mind it. I mean to me it's better than Taylor Swift. I mean that's what everybody wanted. They wanted Tay-Tay.
Which honestly it's kind of crazy that I thought that could have been like a shoe-in, dude.
I don't think she wants to do it.
I don't blame her because if like the Chiefs are in it, that's kind of like hard to be like rooting on your boyfriend or husband. Are they married, engaged, fiance?
Fiance.
And also like focusing on your own halftime show. So that would be it'd be kind of weird. It would seem like she started dating Travis Kelce to do the halftime show.
Yeah, but she was big before that.
Right, but dude, when she started showing up to Chiefs games,
to the football community. She like that's the thing is like Bad Bunny's one of those people too where it's like non-football people are probably like, who the hell's Bad Bunny? They said that about Taylor Swift. Now that Taylor Swift's in there, they all know who she is, and they all hate her when she's shown on TV.
Yeah, I don't really.
I mean, I was anti Tay way before the NFL. I've not been a fan. That is one of the most viewed videos I have on my YouTube channel that we have here. Is I called Taylor Swift overrated, and
the
people
Swifties came after you.
Oh, dude, hundreds of it's like literally the most watched video I have on this channel. And it's all me just being like, she's overrated. I was like, she makes some good songs. I said, I prefer Dua Lipa, which is a fact. Dua Lipa would have been great.
The Hot Girl Summer, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Why not? I said Adele's better than her, and they were all like coming at me for that.
Adele, that is like being a good singer, and like Adele is by far better than Taylor
Gaga's better than Taylor Swift.
And Gaga is like
she's Madonna. She's our Madonna.
Yeah. She is like she's a spectacle.
Yeah.
Like Taylor Swift ain't jumping from the top of a stage. If she did that, everyone would go, "What the hell?" But Lady Gaga, dude.
And then I also said that I did this video like 4 years ago. I was like, Beyonce. When it comes to pop, she can't touch Beyonce either. Anything Beyonce dips her toes into, gold.
Yeah.
I mean, she walked away from pop. She walked away from pop to start a hip hop career, and then she started country. Look at her. She's just. Could you imagine if Beyonce never went hip hop and she stayed with pop?
She'd be Taylor Swift levels of famous.
She'd be bigger than Taylor Swift. She'd be all over the place. So yeah, no Tay, but we did get Bad Bunny. It will be pretty. I'm
gonna listen to him after this podcast.
I only know like he's in like a song with like Cardi B, I think.
I don't like Cardi B.
Remember he was in a song with Cardi B and there's a couple other features. But yeah, I mean, look, this is part of the NFL going international. This is what they continue to do.
Well, and I think too, wasn't he like only doing performances in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, I saw something about that. How he said he wasn't going to perform in America, and then people were like, but now he's performing the Super Bowl halftime show, which is like the most American thing.
I would say the money must have been right.
Well, you don't get paid for the halftime.
Oh, really?
Like you don't get paid to perform.
Not even by Pepsi?
No, you don't get paid from any of that. You just get like the name recognition. It's like a free show.
Yeah.
Like you don't get paid to do the show, but you like all the download. You get paid essentially. We don't get directly paid from the NFL.
Yeah.
Or the sponsor of the halftime show. But it's like but everybody during it or before, like you're going to start listening to Bad Bunny just because it was announced, right? Yep. So it's like everybody does that. So directly you don't get paid. Maybe that's why Tay doesn't want to do it. She knows her worth.
She's a bag chaser.
Maybe. Who knows? Creepy Photo says Dua all day. Yeah, Dua Lipa's the best. I love Dua Lipa. It's a Dua Lipa summer.
I've been listening to Sabrina Carpenter.
We're gonna move the slide up. You would have said like Tate McRae. I could have taken that.
I don't even know who that is.
You're joking, right?
Tate McRae?
You don't know who Tate McRae is?
No idea who Tate McRae is.
Look her up. She's a great artist. She's Canadian.
You don't like espresso?
I mean, yeah, I liked it like last summer.
All of my music, it's either from like at least 10 years ago or I'm a year behind.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of that way too with music. I couldn't really. I mean, if I have like a newer song, it's something I heard on TikTok, and I'm like, oh,
exactly that, or the one time I've listened to the radio in the last 6 months. I
don't listen to the radio, so I have Sirius XM, so I either listen to sports talk or like classic rewind, which is like classic rock, or 80s on 8, which is all 80s music.
The problem is that my job is a block away from me.
Yeah.
So like I don't drive enough, or else I would potentially get a Sirius XM thing for the sports talk. But
yeah, that's all I do. Like today was the first time in a while I was in my car and I'm like, actually, I want to listen to music.
Yeah, I just hook up my Bluetooth and I just play my own music that I have listened to for the last year.
Yeah, I mean, I have like 1,000 songs and I've heard it like 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, that's exactly how
I am. Kind of how if I hear something, I'm like, yeah, maybe, but the new music today does not hit like the same old.
No, it's all about shaking booty.
Yeah, nothing beats that Take Care Drake album. Nothing beats that.
Yeah, I was just talking this about someone. Old Drake was like the best thing ever.
People don't understand, dude. Like he comes out with a song now and they're like, oh, dude, they're like, oh, he's great, he's great, he's great. It's like, go back and listen to Take Care, dude.
It was amazing.
When that album dropped and we were in like 7th grade,
Yeah,
it was like, who the
it
hell
was
is
gold,
this guy?
dude. It was amazing.
It was a great album. All right,
Yeah.
here. What? No, creepy photo. Dua Live Tay
Right.
triple logo patch near packs near you soon, Caleb. Yeah, he's talking about making. This guy wants to make cards out of like hot girls like underwear that they wear.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's kind of a freaky dude. So what he's saying is Dua Lipa, Live, which is Livy Dunn,
Yeah.
and then Tate McRae. That's what he wants to do, a triple patch and sell that card.
I love how you're like a Nolan translator.
Well, I had to let people know what it is. That's what he wants to do with their
Gold mine? Yeah, that's a gold
jail,
mine.
prison.
No, I mean, if he can get it done, dude, freaks will pay $1 million.
Yeah, his problem is he's gonna buy his own product. he's not gonna sell the product.
Nolan, if you can get that done, you'll be a billionaire.
He's gonna buy his own product.
How do you even like approach them? Hey, I need some of your underwear that you've worn. Or he could just lie and just take some random women's underwear and be like, they wore this, trust me.
Yeah, he's just gonna go buy random underwear.
He just understands
because he's talked about this before.
Okay.
And then that photo of Livy Dunn, like Paul Skeen's last pitching appearance. Did you see that with like her armpits? Yeah, he was like, "Where's that picture? I didn't see it. Where's it at?"
And like he loves the picture.
Yeah, he loves her. Loves the picture. Remember, she dates a cheeseburger. I think it's her birthday today too. I think she just turned 23.
He was the first person I thought of when I saw that, and I knew that he would. He liked it.
Yeah,
he liked the armpit.
Did you see that there was like over 2,000 bookmarks?
What does that mean? Like they
save that picture.
That is so terrible.
We need a pair of pants for new cards. Oh my god, here we go. No, people saved that picture to go back to it.
What in the world, bro?
Of her stained armpits.
Dude, honestly, I would hate to be a woman.
It would be great and it would be bad at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. If you're hot, bro,
you can make money, but it's also at what expense?
But honestly, so like if I lifted up my armpits, everyone would be like, have some.
What a freak. Cheeseburger, man. She dates a cheeseburger. It's talking about Livy Dunn's armpits. Had some spicy stuff. I guarantee if you gave him like $1 million, he would have licked her armpit.
I don't think you'd have to pay him.
I know, but I'm telling you, like, I think that he would do it, and he would do it with no shame.
I don't think you'd have to pay. I don't think you'd have to pay him a single penny. If you just said, "Hey, you are allowed to lick her armpits," he would be so down.
Spicy stuff out there.
Some spicy stuff out there. Dude.
I mean, just spicy. I mean, who would ever have thought? Oh, I'd be shaking. Oh my god.
What is the asterisk? What was he saying? Shaking ass?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Oh god, for sure. Hey, when her apartment gets robbed, like Joe Burrow's, then we know who did it.
Yeah.
She dates a cheeseburger, though.
Yeah, she does. So, I mean, what are you going to do?
I mean, you can't really do much. All right. Now, back to sports, off of armpit talk. Cowboys Packers ended in a tie. We got a tie here.
Yeah.
First tie of the NFL season. Sunday Night Football was 40-40. The Packers should have lost, in my opinion, based off the clock management there at the end.
Mm-hmm.
That was terrible.
Yeah, not good. And it's, I know Jerry likes to throw us in a combination here like us as individual or as a group. But if we go back and watch the tape, I never said that the Cowboys are going to get destroyed.
Oh, I did. I thought Mike would have like 20 sacks and they would kill him.
And it's because the NFL has been so weird this year, with the Saints having a relatively close game with the Bills, um, the Browns beating the Packers. That right there made me be like, okay, the Packers aren't as good as we thought. I now believe that the Packers are not as good as we think.
No, I believe you. I wrote that down. I said Packers don't look as good as we thought, at least on defense.
I think I think week one was the Lions not coming prepared to play.
Yeah, I mean you're probably right there.
I don't think
it was just a lot of emotion getting Micah.
But that's true. You did say that someone or you said that
the
like
guy he took out was more excited to go out of the game than he was to go in the game when he came in.
Yeah.
I've never seen a grown man do that. It wasn't. It was like it was high school football.
But like you said, I think last week, no one could have walked into that stadium that day and beaten the Packers.
No, nobody would have. No, the way that they played, the emotion, everything, the excitement. No.
But yeah, I just the last couple weeks, not super impressed with them. Have been super impressed with the Lions. Lions look like they're back to normal form. And then the Bears. The Bears are 2-2.
We're so hot that they had to give us a bye week. That was cool off.
Yeah, and then the Vikings.
They suck.
They are terrible.
They're terrible. They're awful. I mean, JJ McCarthy has like a little hurt ankle, and they're like, "Oh, we're not going to play you because you're so bad at football." Because the last time you played Sunday Night Football, you embarrassed yourself.
That game was terrible.
I mean, terrible. I will say the Red Sox did tie it up. It's 2-2 now, going to the bottom of the second.
On my little thing here. What do you got? What do you got for this game, Gil? What do you got to say about this Packers Cowboys game?
No, I mean, look, the Cowboys defense sucks. Their offense can score points, even though CeeDee Lamb wasn't there. George Pickens looked like a true wide receiver one.
Yep.
For the first time in his career, he looked really good. The Cowboys were able to run the ball. I think that was another big thing. They really were not able to do that against the Bears, and I think the problem is the Cowboys came off the game to the Bears where they looked terrible, right? Looked just completely awful. But I think them losing CD early in that game kind of shell-shocked them a little bit. They were not prepared for that. They didn't really know what to do. I think they also lost an offensive lineman in that game, and the Bears just played perfect. So they had a week to prepare for the Packers. They also wanted to prove, like, look, we don't really need Micah. It goes back to, did they really want Micah on their team? Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So if you're anybody, you're happy, you're mad. Like, I understand the tie, but if you're Jerry Jones, you didn't get blown out and you tied with them. So you're like, hey, we're just as good as them, and we got rid of that guy.
Yeah.
And we didn't have to pay him $50 million.
Yeah.
I think he said after the game, he's like, they have like the most expensive player in NFL history over there. Like, they should be good or something like that.
Yeah.
So no, I mean, I think this is how it's going to be for the Cowboys. This is everybody's kind of saying it. Troy Aikman kind of said it. Where this year Cowboys are kind of going to be like Bengals last year, where Dak is going to kind of be like the Joe Burrow that's just slinging it around, scoring points, but the defense is awful, and they're going to lose games because of it.
Yeah,
and that's what's crazy is this may be the best Dak's ever looked.
Yeah, I was going to say he looked really good this game, and I had him on one of my fantasy teams, and he did me a lot of favors.
I mean, so this picture is, of course, when he thought he was going to score a touchdown. I thought he was going to score a touchdown. Yeah. I think that was an overtime or right before the end of the game or something like that, close to the end of the game. And Micah, it was the only time Micah got to him.
Yep.
And they credit it as a sack, garbage sack. He was over.
He was way over the line.
Should have never been called a sack, but they had to give him a sack, whatever.
I heard. Did you hear his comment about them calling it a sack?
No.
He said they did that to like fit the narrative. It like made the story look good with like Micah Parsons sacking him.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't think he was going to catch him at first, but he did. But yeah, I mean, it was the Packers, they can score points. Josh Jacobs is really good, one of the best backs in the NFL. Their defense, there's holes. You can go after it a little bit. And
yeah.
I still don't understand. It was 4 weeks in. Mike has yet to play every down.
Yeah.
What the hell is that? Like,
it's probably his back still, no? Or you think it's
maybe, but you're paying him $50 million a year. I need you in there like every play. And if I were him, I'd want to play. And he may want to play, and they're still learning him or whatever. But it's just weird. It's like, Let the guy play.
Yeah.
Play him every down. You're paying him to play football at a high level for you every down. But I mean, look, what's your take on the tie?
I hate it. We need to get rid of this in the NFL.
Yeah, it's
We
not
need to
American.
go. We got to go to college football, 20-yard line or whatever, 30-yard line.
I think 45-yard line.
45-yard line is yeah. Because the kickers are like way better
Yeah,
now.
I think NFL you can go back to the 45-yard line. Because even if a guy gets sacked, depending on who your kicker is, like if Dak got sacked for 5 yards, the Cowboys could still kick a field goal there.
Yep.
But yeah, I think 45 kind of do that back and forth, do the 2-point plays.
So dumb. No one wants to sit there, especially that game. That game didn't finish almost 12:30.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful offensive game.
Yeah, it was a fun game to watch. It was back and forth.
It's what everyone wants to watch. I mean, the real diehard football guys, they love a good defensive battle. But the real reason that football is fun is games like this, when it's two offenses going tit for tat with each other, and the fact that it can end in a tie with all of this stuff that the NFL has done. They got freaking tennis camera to check for first downs, but we still have this boring, stupid old tie overtime system. I hate it. I've been saying this for years that they should just adopt what college football does. This is like the one thing. Well, I'm sure there's other things, but this is one of the things that college football does way better than the NFL.
Yeah, and especially now since college does like the first overtime, you can kick an extra point or whatever, you can go for 2, whatever. And then at the second, you can score a touchdown, then you have to go for 2. And then if it gets to third, you just do 2-point conversions.
Yeah. Yep.
Like I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, I think if I don't mind the tie. It's just weird to have a tie, especially in like America. Other than hockey, you have ties in hockey, like it happens. It's just the way it is. That's not the sport. We didn't create that sport, so don't blame us for that.
And we're not even the best at it.
No, sometimes, but no, we're not technically from last winter. But yeah, I mean, look, America, we don't have ties. We do not do this thing. The whole tie is ridiculous. College football
someone wins the game.
College football got rid of it 30 years ago and said this is ridiculous. The NFL got rid of it and then brought it back because everybody's like, my team didn't get the ball, blah, 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 blah. It's like, if your team can't win in 60 minutes, that's not my problem.
Yeah.
Like sudden death overtime or go to college overtime.
Yep.
Like that's where I'm at with it. Like,
absolutely.
It is ridiculous that you have a game like that where both teams are heavily invested. The Cowboys wanted to win that game so bad. And it ends in it. Everybody was like, they were all like shell shocked. NBC didn't even know who to interview after the game. They're like, I guess we have to interview somebody from both teams. Like, no.
And with the story, there's so much story to this game. The fact that it can end in a tie is almost Jerry Jones level scripted in my mind, to where Jerry Jones is like, they got the guy, so we can't beat him upright, but we ain't gonna let them beat us. And he's like, hold on, fellas, I got a solution. Let's just end in a tie.
Yeah, hey, we're just as good as them, and we got rid of him.
I hate it. All this stupid stuff. I mean, I won't even get. I like, you want to ban the tush push? I say, if you ban the tush push, fine. But we have to get college football overtime rules in the NFL.
Yeah, 45-yard line, or if it's a 40, whatever you want to do.
I don't care. They can start at the 50. I don't care.
You can't have it at the 25. It's too close.
No, that's a chip shot. They gave him a go for 4 hours.
I'd say a little 40-yard line action. Get it going, or a kickoff.
That would be kind of cool. Yeah, just keep going back until somebody misses.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool.
Start on like the 35 and just keep walking back 5 yards.
Why do you think they haven't gone to it yet? Do they
the college overtime?
Is it because like going to college is kind of like counterproductive?
Well, first of all, I don't think they want to admit that college has a better system.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
They look at it as a feeder league, but I will say, like, baseball uses what they do in the minor leagues and then brings it to the NFL. So into the MLB. So this is the NFL's version of like, look, this is proven. This overtime works. And then now let's use it. Creepy Photos says, if we do the kickoff here, you better hope you got Brandon Aubrey. That's a fact.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to break the record, I think, this year.
Well, and did you hear Vic Fangio talking about like the new kicking balls?
Oh, there's kicking balls?
So apparently, I don't know, but it's like it used to be like you kick one of the game balls.
Oh, so they're like kickers have their own like ball.
They have a ball that they kick all week during practice, and that's the ball that they kick in the game.
Oh. So it's kind of like quarterbacks have the ball they like, kickers not have the
Yes.
ball.
Yes. And then that's why he said he's like the kid from Cowboys is going to kick a 70-yard field goal.
Well, it's also funny too. So somebody brought this up that potentially there's been more block kicks because they're trying to kick it farther on a lower trajectory.
That's what I was initially thinking. Yes,
So,
because that's something that got brought up. I want to say the first one that the Eagles blocked, because it was a pretty far field goal, that because you're kicking it low, it's easier to get up there and block it.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be – that is interesting, though, their own kicking ball. But no, I definitely think that he will probably break the record. It was also – the Packers were afraid of him, I would say, of kicking a field goal. So they, like, ran the clock out and basically played for a tie towards the end, I would say. Because they ran 2 plays in, like, 30 or, like, 40 seconds at the end. It was really goofy. I mean, like I said, they should have lost based off of the clock management situation. How they even had a second left was crazy to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have ties in the NFL, and they're both tied, and nobody won, nobody lost.
Isn't it so much fun?
It was gross, un-American. Keep that stuff over the pond, in my opinion.
Well, that's what I'm going to say. Like, when 2 undefeated or 2 defeated teams play each other, I'm going to be like, they're going to be like, well, someone's going to win a game or someone's going to lose a game. No, they can just tie because the NFL's stupid.
The other thing is, what if a team went 0-0 and like 17?
Yeah.
How would that work, standings-wise? They'd be the number 1 seed because they have no losses, right?
They also have no wins, so maybe they treat it like it's like a 500 team.
But they didn't win or lose.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, I hope that wouldn't that be amazing if that happened? What would the NFL? They would have to adopt the college system.
Let me ask ChatGPT real quick. If that is even a thing that can happen.
Well, I mean, bro, you could honestly just keep the NFL style of it, but maybe when the clock runs out of overtime, you do another coin flip. But yeah, I mean, I could live with that.
Now, so for the playoffs, they go on until there is a winner.
Well, just do that for every game. I don't understand why they just do it for the playoffs. I mean, I totally get it why they do it for the playoffs.
All right, so it says record and standing. In the NFL, a tie counts as a half a win and half a loss for winning.
So yeah,
they would be a 500 winning team.
Dude, yeah.
So they would technically finish the season 8-1.
Wow. Dude, that's a team that could be sneaky in the playoffs.
Depending on the division strength, the team could actually make the playoffs. For example, if the rest of their division was a weak under 500 record, they would win the division and earn a wild card spot.
Yeah.
But if they lose tiebreakers against teams with actual wins, since the first tiebreaker is head-to-head with the conference record, they'd have 0 wins in both. Draft position.
Ooh.
They'd be drafting in the middle.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Yeah.
50-50. Unless they went on to win the Super Bowl, and then you'd be too.
Dead last.
The record for most ties in a season is currently 4, way back in the 1930s.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way that's like within the last 60 years.
But yeah, if you were 0-0 and 17, you would be considered 500, and you'd have a shot at the playoffs, depending on how it looked.
That's awesome. I love that. But yeah, the NFL is stupid. Just do what you do for the playoffs. I don't even need the college way of doing it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think that they want to do the college thing because they don't want to show to the college that they have something better than them. Creepy Photo said def block Trevor.
Did self-block Trevor.
I think he was talking about the Livy Dunn stuff. So maybe he had to put a block on his pants. Who knows? Moving on to struggles. I mean, this was gross. Usually when we have bad games, we call them Thursday night games. These were Tuesday night. I mean, this was terrible.
I didn't super mind the Dolphins-Jets one. I thought it was interesting, and it got a little interesting. But the Bengals-Broncos game was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, so the Dolphins beat the Jets 27-21, but they lose Tyreek Hill for the season after his ankle was one
Do
way.
you think
compared
he's
to his
done?
body. It's going to take a lot to get back. I think he's done as a Dolphin.
Yeah.
He is a little bit older. He's 30 something years old. Um, I mean, it's probably close to being done. He's 31. By the time of this injury, he'll be 32, 32 and a half. Yeah, I mean, Dolphins probably he's done there. NFL, we'll see. Maybe, I mean, he's not going to play the same. He's not going to be able to play the same. I mean, he dislocated his knee
Dude, that injury was
and tore his
brutal.
ACL.
That was
Who
a really
knows?
bad.
Nobody said if there's nerve damage or not. You don't know if there is or there isn't. Um, my takeaway is like Justin Fields. Like, can we move on from this?
Yeah.
Like, the ESPN in the pregame had the audacity to compare him to Jared Goff because they talked about Aaron Glenn used to be with the Lions.
Yep.
And they talked about how, the Lions got Jared Goff, when nobody wanted him. And then, they had a bad year. They were terrible. And then they figured it out. And they're like, that could happen when Justin Fields did not take the Bears to the Super Bowl like Jared Goff did. And when the Rams would now probably be like, hey, like after this year, Matthew Stafford leaves, would gladly take Jared Goff back.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Justin Field, the experiment, like, please stop. Like, he had the great run on 4th and 2, but stop trying to like force it down my throat.
Was the first year that Jared Goff was in Detroit, were they terrible?
Yeah, they were awful. Like, I think it took them like till like the 15th week to win a game.
Okay, so it wasn't until his second season that they started being pretty good.
Yeah, they got better. I think that they were like 500. They may have missed the playoffs, but they kicked the Packers out of the playoffs. And then that third year is when they made it to the NFC Championship game. Last year was the 4th year. This is, of course, the 5th year. But it's just like, I don't know. Like, and his numbers don't look bad, but it's not winning football. And a lot of those numbers came in garbage time. Like, I know what Justin Fields is. He's not like a sustainable. He's not going to take it to the Super Bowl. That's a fact. The Jets are probably at the point where like, let's lose so we can go get a quarterback in the draft or figure that out. But
yeah,
I just don't get that experiment where everybody's like, oh my God, he can play. And then ESPN was comparing him like he could be like Jared Goff and Aaron Glenn could be like, Dan Campbell. And it's like, that's unfair to them to begin with. And it's like, stop. That's why that's why everybody laughs at you now.
Okay, I have a hypothetical for you. So you said that the main goal of the Jets is to lose and get a quarterback.
Yeah.
Who would you rather have as your quarterback, Justin Fields or Russell Wilson? As the Jets.
Well, Justin Fields because he's younger.
Younger? Okay. Well, I was kind of thinking if you just want to suck.
Well, yeah, I get that. But if you suck with Justin Fields, then it's like, look, we definitely need to move on. He can't figure it out.
Yeah.
And we still suck.
That's true.
And it's like, because it's like, oh, we gave Justin Fields a try. Like, we tried it, we tried everything we can do, and it just didn't work out.
Dude,
yeah,
do you remember the man crush I had on Russell Wilson?
Yeah, you were a big Russell Wilson guy.
Dude, he was a freaking stud, and now everyone talks about him. You see Richard Sherman talking crap about Russell Wilson?
I did see that.
Richard Sherman, dude, the audacity. Russell Wilson used to chuck bombs to Tyler Lockett, and it was a thing of beauty.
Doug Baldwin. Golden Tate.
And then they handed the ball to Beast Mode. To sit there and say that the Legion of Boom was the reason that team was so good. How many points did they put up? Was it the Broncos in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, they beat them.
By like 40 points?
Yeah.
I mean, Russell Wilson, I don't know. I think it's so easy to just pile all this
They couldn't beat Tom Brady, though.
No, they couldn't. That's also not Russell Wilson's fault. That's one of the worst.
No, but they blame him for that.
Yeah.
They blame him for that.
And atrocious play call.
My problem with the Russell Wilson hate is like Richard Sherman can hate him because he's no longer playing. Like, his career's done and over with. Russ is still playing. It's like, look, to me, Russ is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Very good quarterback. Went to the Super Bowl twice. Should have 2 Super Bowl rings, but he doesn't. Tom This is what Tom does. Tom Magic. You mess
Yep.
with him, he wins. He does what you do. And he doesn't. So it's now just pile on Russell Wilson. Like, if he were to retire, if he would have retired 5 years ago, I'd be like, oh my God, one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever
Yep.
play the game. What could have been?
Yep.
And then they were like, he was good in Seattle, and then he left. And it's like, look, the Broncos didn't work out. I don't think anybody could have went in there and worked out. Sean Payton hated him. He goes to the Giants. It's dumpster fire to begin with.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
Steelers dumpster fire last year.
Denver was terrible. Steelers, they were terrible.
But he got him to the playoffs. And Giants, terrible. Terrible.
So to sit here and hate on Russell Wilson, I mean, put him on Green Bay. Do you think he'd be terrible? Do you think that team wouldn't be a playoff team?
No, they'd probably be a playoff team.
I mean, no, he's not as good as Jordan Love right now.
No, not anymore. He's not there anymore.
But he's still serviceable.
But the Bengals could use him.
Do you think that's a possibility? Ooh, I never even thought about that because I've been thinking Jameis Winston to the Bengals.
No, the Bengals are terrible. No one's ever going to work in the Bengals. Their offensive line is terrible. Joe Burrow's the MVP. I mean, that's a fact. It's like when Peyton Manning got hurt for the Colts and then they ended up getting their number 1 overall pick. It's like, Peyton Manning really did cover up a lot of the problems.
Yeah.
The Bengals are terrible. They haven't even got like 200 yards total offense the last like 3 weeks. They are awful. They are the proof of like, don't just pay your wide receiver. Don't just pay the pass. Like, you got to pay the team. You can't just pay everybody. And Joe Burrow goes down. The other problem I have with the Joe Burrow injury is like, because Joe Burrow's on the offensive line to get the penalties. Joe Burrow's the reason for false starts. Joe Burrow's the reason you can't stop a nosebleed on defense. Like, they're terrible. Al Golden should have never have left Notre Dame, and we'd be the number 1 team in the country if he would have stayed. This is ridiculous.
Did you see the stat where so Joe Burrow, this is his 5th year?
No, it's like 5th or something. He has not been like fully healthy other than like.
So he has in his first 4 years, has been hit and sacked more than Andrew Luck was in his first 4 years.
Yeah, no, I mean,
we all know how that ended.
It's no one thought like I would have traded Trey Hendrickson. Get what you could have. Your defense wasn't going to be good regardless. At least try to get an offensive lineman or move the money around to get an offensive lineman. Try to actually do something good. I wouldn't have paid T. Higgins. I would have kept Jamar Chase. If I was the Bengals back years ago, I would have drafted Michael Mayer in the first round at tight end. I would have solved your tight end years ago. I would have done different. I would have they constructed this team terribly, and then they got forced and felt like they needed to pay everybody. Jamar Chase, it's like, everybody's like, oh my God, he can't get the ball. He's not doing anything. He's frustrated. Yeah, because everybody's just keying on him the entire time. Well, they're like, he's not going to be able to do anything. Chase Brown can't run because the offensive line's terrible. Jake Browning's awful. Zach Taylor's a terrible coach. The fact that he still has a job is awful. And the sad part is they're going to blame it on, Joe Burrow was hurt all year, so we're going to keep Zach Taylor. No, he's terrible. Get rid of him. Fire him. He's the problem. They had so many penalties. It's awful to watch. They both had a lot of penalties.
Yeah, get rid of them. The general manager too. I mean, obviously they're not making the best decisions.
No, I mean, look, the Joe Burrow pick, I could have did that. You had the first pick. Jamar Chase at 5. Everybody knew that was the right pick to do. They got T. Higgins good. Other than that,
this is the problem, Caleb. They've centered their entire strategy in the offseason to just making 3 people happy: Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, T. Higgins.
Yeah.
If I was them, buy T. Higgins.
Yeah.
And buy Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go put that money into guys like Mekhi Becton, who wasn't a barely was even a known guard in the league, or tackle actually.
Yeah. Eagles moved him to guard.
And then he comes to the Eagles and he's an all-pro guard.
Yeah.
Like, go get guys for $5 million. You could have gotten 4 offensive linemen for T. Higgins' contract for 1 year.
Yeah.
And then you go and then you go to the draft and you don't draft, what was it, a defensive end?
Yeah.
You go get you go get the top tackle left in the draft, or the top guard or something.
You can draft a defensive end, but don't draft one that's like, do I really want to sign this contract?
That's not going to come who's in contract disputes before he even shows up.
And talks about going back to the college if he could. It's
Texas
like,
A&M, I think, is what it was.
yeah, it's like, well, that can't happen. And it's just the way that they do things is good. I mean, it's the reason Carson Palmer retired early because the Bengals were awful. They were dysfunction. They just, I don't. And it has nothing to. You can't say they're cheap now because they've paid people. They have given money out. It's not that they're cheap. It's just they're idiots.
Wasn't Joe Burrow the top paid quarterback for a little bit?
Yeah.
I mean,
Jamar Chase makes loads of money. T. Higgins is by far the highest paid number 2 wide receiver in the league. Trey Hendrickson, you upped him up to make him happy. It's just, and he doesn't do anything either anymore.
No.
It's like he didn't do any. It's like, I don't mind paying you if you do something. He doesn't do anything. If I'm the Bengals at this point, I don't even worry about getting another quarterback. I just sell what I can and just move on. And just cough this year up, fire Zach Taylor, restart everything, go and get a competent coach.
Yep.
And just move on. Joe Burrow is a beast when he plays, but he's going to continue to get hurt if you don't build an offensive line. You don't build stuff around him. I mean, I don't know. It's Joe Burrow this is terrible. He may retire early, just like Andrew.
That's what I'm saying, and that's exactly what my point is. I mean, I remember watching that LSU team with you at our apartment.
Yeah.
And being like, this is the most incredible quarterback, just in offense in general.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, I totally agree with you. He is potentially, the way that he gets injured, and the way he gets, like I said, Caleb, he got hit more than Andrew Luck did.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he might retire early. And then probably the best talent that we've seen get drafted in probably the last 5 or 6 years may be done in a couple of seasons because he's wasted his entire career in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I mean, he's the best talent drafted since, Patrick Mahomes, without a doubt. But coming out, Patrick Mahomes was just looked at as another guy.
Yep.
But coming out like high expectations, Andrew Luck, without a doubt. Like, he was that good. And he does what he can, right? It's like when he's there, he plays, and they were awful when they played the Browns, but the Browns have a really good defense, right? It was a bad matchup. Myles Garrett versus that offensive line. I mean, that's like taking candy from a baby. And then it's like, it's just terrible when you see great players like Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow just get ruined by Zach Taylor's an idiot. Like that's a fact. Like he's terrible. Like I get you, and he took you to the Super Bowl. He didn't take you to the Super Bowl. Joe
Burrow did, yeah.
Like that's a fact. It's like he's a coach that should be fired. And then because it's like, yeah, Joe Burrow gets hurt. I get that, right? Like you got to figure it out. But then it's like you have all these penalties. The offense can't move the ball. The defense is awful. Everything is just terrible. It's like Joe Burrow can't do all of that.
No, and then like now Chase Brown. I mean, I know our fantasy owners will feel us. He's basically a bench obsolete running back now.
Yeah, he's useless. Like no, it's like I don't know. It's just
I think his yards after carry or yards after contact, Chase Brown's is like -50.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, he's getting hit in the backfield
all the time, and
every time,
not making any. I mean, it's not his fault when you get tackled by 4 guys and you're going to go down.
No,
but he's not. I mean, he's not. He's getting tackled in the backfield exactly.
Yeah, I mean the Bengals suck. No one wants me to call them the Bungles. Curse learned as a kid. Yeah, they're just idiots. They're incompetent, and it was always like they don't spend money. Well, they spend money. They spend it the dumbest way possible
on 4 guys.
And look at what happens. And this is where you're at. And Joe Burrow should be the MVP. That's a fact.
Yeah, they should just give it to him.
No, seriously. If I had a vote, I'd give him the MVP.
Yeah,
he's the most valuable player in the league because he doesn't play and his team's terrible.
His team is the worst team in the NFL, I would say.
And the crazy part is, it's like their division is crumbling. Like the Steelers are the top of the division, 3-1. The Bengals, Lamar's hurt. Their defense is terrible. They're crumbling. The Browns are the Browns. They're starting Dylan Gabriel now. That's going to be awful. That's going to be terrible. So it's like there was a chance for them to be good, and they're 2-2. The fact that they have 2 wins is baffling to me.
Well, and in both those wins, Joe Burrow was at least in the game at some point, right? Because he got hurt when their second
game. Yeah. So Joe Burrow was in for the Browns game. I don't know how they won that game, but they did. And then, yeah, he was in, got hurt. Jake Browning came in, and they ended up winning that game 2-2. Now they've 0-2 since then. They're terrible. I don't expect him to do much the rest of the year. Yeah, I don't get it. It's just one of those things that Joe Burrow can't do everything, but it's just everybody else is proving that they're not very good and that they're the problem, and Joe Burrow's not.
Yep.
And it's awful to watch.
I would love for Joe Burrow to leave and go somewhere else.
I don't expect that to happen, but
No,
it'd be
because
nice.
he's got 5 years left on his contract.
But that goes, it's like the Mike Trout deal, right? Where it's like these guys get all this, they go about the money and they say they want to win. And this is not Joe Burrow's fault, right? Like he thought, I can do good, I'll stay here, blah, blah, blah. But you really have to take a step back.
Zach Taylor, and I think he likes being a Bengal.
Well, Zach Taylor's an idiot.
Yeah,
so,
I know you said that. Yeah.
He's terrible. I just cannot. He's terrible. His face, it's like it's always somebody else's fault. It's like, dude, you're the head coach.
Yeah.
It's your fault. You've lived off of a trip to the Super Bowl that you lost. Like, get over it.
Who did they lose to? The Buccaneers?
No, they lost to the Rams.
Rams, that's right. Yep.
All right. Now we're going to move on from Zach Taylor. I don't really like to talk about idiots anymore in my life. It'd be great. We'll now move on to college football. Not such a spectacular weekend this weekend.
You know, you got
mild.
It's the yin and the yang. You know, we had a great action-packed weekend last weekend. We got to chill out a little bit. If we always have action-packed, we'll never appreciate it.
No, I mean, there's going to be good games. I will say that. It's just not marquee top of the billing games, I would say here. So the games we're going to pick here, I think we have 7 games we're going to pick from. These are the other games that we like to call it when it's not the marquee games of the weekend. The first one being number 14, Iowa State at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's a -1.5 point favorite.
Who did Gerald go with?
Jerry went with Iowa State. He went with the Cyclones.
Yeah, so we talked about this a little bit before the podcast, and I think this is a good time to reiterate it. Iowa State, the fact that they haven't cracked the top 10 yet, I think is kind of crazy. Because, I mean, if you look at Penn State, if you look at Texas, I would say none of their wins are as good as that Kansas State win, as good as that Iowa win. And I know that it's early in the season, but the fact that Iowa State's just here in purgatory at 14 and isn't starting to push into the top 10 is kind of crazy. But with that being said, I am also going to go Iowa State here.
Yeah, I mean, Iowa State's one of those teams that they think, oh, it's Iowa State, so we're not really going to worry about it. It's kind of gross. Why? They're not that good at football. It's Iowa State, right? Like, that's kind of the way they think. But
yeah,
this game's interesting because Iowa State is 14, Cincinnati's not ranked, and Cincinnati is favored. Cincinnati's had a better year than they've had the last couple of years, but Iowa State, they got a quarterback, they got a coach.
Good, man. Yeah.
They kind of they know who they are. They figured it out. I don't know much about Cincinnati. I will also take Iowa State to win this game, probably by at least 10 points, I think.
I'd say that's fair.
The Big 12 they have goofy games, but this is one of those games where it's kind of like, oh, you think we're underdogs? You think we're going to lose to Cincinnati just because we have to go there? We're going to win that game.
Yep.
A game at the start of the year that everybody was excited for. Number 9, Texas, -6.5 at Florida. This game's at 3:30 p.m. on ESPN. Jerry went with the Longhorns.
Yep. So, Florida, how amazing would this be if Florida pulled this off?
It could very well happen.
It could very well happen because, like I was saying before this, Texas hasn't beaten anyone. They played Sam Houston, they played UTEP, and they played San Diego State. Those are their 3 wins, and they lost to Ohio State. Now, granted, they didn't look very bad against Ohio State, and right now Ohio State's the best team in the country, according to AP poll rankings. So I think it'd be insane. I think it'd be hilarious if Florida won this game. I'm going to go with the Longhorns, but I don't think that this is going to be like a traditional thought of blowout. Like we say a lot, Florida has good players. And I think it's kind of a time for them to be like, well, no one expects us to win anyway. So let's go balls to the walls and try to make something happen. I don't think they're going to win. I don't think they're going to get destroyed, though. I could see this being like somewhere in the 7-10 realm and everyone being kind of surprised that Texas didn't beat them by more.
Yes, they're both coming up by weeks.
Yep.
Which is very interesting. Arch, of course, is, some would say, slowly finding himself, slowly figuring it out. But he has to go to the Swamp, which it's going to be a big game just based off of Texas will be there.
Yep.
And it's going to be big. I think Texas wins it, but I think Florida has a chance to win the game somehow, and they're going to mess it up and they're going to lose.
Yeah, I could be like Lagway throws an interception or something.
Something like that. I think it will be a close game. I think Florida is going to play. They played Miami pretty tough.
Yep.
They played USF tough. It's crazy to say that. Texas hasn't looked dominating. They have not looked crazy good. Coming off the bye week, I think Florida's going to have some tricks up their sleeves. They're playing for nobody. I mean, there's no thought that Billy Napier is going to stay there after the past this year. Like, they're just going to go out and they have no care in the world. No one is picking them to do anything. So I think Texas wins, but I think Florida has a chance to win the game somehow and they mess it up.
And you know what I think? And tell me if you agree with this. This is kind of like a measuring stick game for Miami. Say that Texas goes in there and wins by 21. Miami knows that they kind of have their hands full if they run into Texas in the CFP. But if it's in there, if it's kind of competitive, then they know, hey, we're about as good as Texas. And I think that would obviously that math doesn't always work because Alabama lost to Florida State loses Virginia, Alabama beats Georgia. That math isn't always 100% accurate. But I think it's the best way to measure things before you see the actual games take place.
Yeah, that, and it will show to everybody, kind of like, oh, okay, maybe Texas is getting better, or hey, Texas struggled with Florida at Florida, so we'll give them a little leeway there. But also, are they not as good as we thought? Or they have not yet figured it out. Like, who knows? But yeah, it'd be very interesting. Number 24, Virginia Cavaliers. Crazy to say that. Coming off of the home overtime win against Florida State, they now have to travel to Louisville or Louisville, whatever. Louisville.
There you go. Louisville.
That's how they say it. Louisville.
Yeah, that's how they use. That's the right way.
No, trust me. I worked at a news operation that played Louisville like 2 times when I was there, and we got calls all the time. Louisville. The Lou. So Louisville is 6.5 point favorites. This game's 3:30 p.m. on ESPN2. ESPN2's got some bangers.
They do.
Iowa State, Cincinnati, and Virginia, Louisville. Wow, they tried pushing these games away, but they ended up being some heaters. Jerry went with Louisville, the Cardinals.
Louisville, yeah. I think Virginia's win over Florida State was a fluke. I kind of see a return to earth here for Virginia. And does this mean that Louisville gets thrown into the top 25? If they
maybe.
I can see something like that happening. I'm gonna take Louisville. I think they will cover the spread as well.
Yeah, Jeff Brown's a good coach. Isaiah Brown or Isaac Brown is a really good running back for Louisville. Virginia, yeah, I mean that's a lot of emotion. That win. I'm not saying that they can't maybe figure some stuff out past this game, but it's a lot of emotion. Win that game in overtime, a Friday nighter. Biggest win in Tony Elliott's career as a coach, one of the biggest wins in recent history for Virginia. You storm the field, a lot of emotion. Now you got to come play a Louisville team who's kind of under the radar. No one's really talking about them nationally wise, not even in the ACC. Everybody's like, oh, this team could be good, blah, blah, blah. Jeff Brown's a good coach. I as well like Louisville. The Cardinals at home to win the game. They played very well at home, I will say. Maybe Jack Harlow makes an appearance now.
Whoa.
Maybe. This next game could get a little wacky here. Okay. Number 11, Texas Tech, minus 10.5 point favorite at Houston. This is 7 p.m. on ESPN. Jerry went with the Red Raiders.
All right. So, yeah, I was really impressed with Texas Tech against Utah. I think they have one of the best offenses in the country. I think they're just a more well-rounded team than maybe we had given credit. I did not give them credit before going into that game. I think that they're going to continue to do very well. I'm also going to take Texas Tech.
Yeah, I mean I talked about it a couple weeks ago. They spent a lot of money in the portal. They have some playmakers. Their backup quarterback played great against Utah when he had to
Yep.
come in and play. So they have some depth. Their defensive line is very good. This is one of those tricky games where Houston's probably going to maybe score some points somewhere in this game. But I think Texas Tech they have bigger tests coming ahead of them.
Yeah.
So I think that they get past Houston. It's probably going to be, maybe a little bit of a shootout there for a little bit, and then their defense kind of, figures it out. But in the Big 12, where defense is absentee and not there, they have a chance to have a very dominating defense
Yep.
and really challenge some teams. So yeah, I like the Red Raiders as well. It's going to be interesting to see how they keep moving on. Maybe if them and Iowa State ever clash at some point.
Yeah.
That'll be very interesting. Let me see real quick if they do or if they will ever clash. Here we go. Iowa State. They do not play Texas Tech in the regular season, so that'll be interesting. Is if when they play, do they look at each other and say, "Hey, we're going to showdown, throwdown."
Yeah.
But I like the Red Raiders this week over the Houston Cougars.
Ooh.
Back to the SEC here. Mississippi State at number 6, Texas A&M. Texas A&M is a 14.5 point favorite. This game's 7:30 p.m. on the SEC network. Mississippi State coming off that overtime loss to Tennessee. Yep. Texas A&M coming off that's a close win against Auburn at home. I think they're doing like a blackout thing for this game. Texas A&M is. I think end zones are black. Everything's black this week, so they're going with the nightmare theme.
Ooh.
As we're now in Halloween era time in October. Jerry went with A&M.
Yeah, dude. So that overtime loss to me it impressed me a little bit with Mississippi State. Remember this Tennessee team is also a team that went tit for tat with Georgia not too long ago.
Yep.
So that's an impressive, kind of battle they had there with Tennessee. I think Texas A&M is better than Tennessee. So I'm going to go with Texas A&M, but I don't like the 14.5. I think it'll be I'm not saying a 3-point game, but I don't think they're going to get 2 touchdowns over on them. But I do have Texas A&M winning this game.
Yeah, I do kind of agree with you. Where I think A&M's going to win games, but they're going to kind of win them close. And they're going to start teetering on. Are they going to lose a game? Are they not going to lose a game?
Yeah.
Like they're a good team, but they keep playing these close games, and they're a good team. I watched them in person. They're a good team. They got playmakers. Their defense sometimes shows up, sometimes doesn't show up, but they can score points.
Yep.
And when they're on, Marcel Reed's on, they're very good.
Yep.
I agree with you. It could be close. Like I said, I think they're going to go through that little they're going to have some close. They had the close game with Auburn. Mississippi State is much improved compared to last year.
Yeah.
They fight. They play hard. They have confidence still off of that Arizona State win. And they look at it and say, hey, we lost to Tennessee in overtime. Like, easily could have won that game. Now we got to go into – now we can go into Texas A&M. We have this option to knock off the number 6 team in the country. So –
yeah, I think Mississippi State is good. I really like them this year. I just don't think they're at this level.
No, not
yet. This is a really good Texas A&M team.
Yeah, I don't think they're there yet. I think they'll compete. They'll play tough. I agree with you there. But, yeah, I think it's Texas A&M win. Moving on to now the Vanderbilt Commodores, number 16 in the country. They are playing at number 10 Alabama. This game is 3:30 p.m. on ABC. Alabama is a 10.5 point favorite. The over/under is set at 56.5.
What did Jerry say?
Jerry went with Roll Tide Roll.
Is he still scheming for the Mizzou Alabama?
I think he's still scheming for game day.
So here's
and I don't think he's going to get it.
No, I don't think so either. I don't know what games are that week, but
Oregon, Indiana's that week.
Okay, probably not. So this is what I will say. Vandy upset Alabama last year, correct?
They did in Nashville. They took down the goalpost, put it in the river.
Yep. But what else do you do? What else are you gonna do with that?
Take it down Broadway and you put it in the river.
Yeah, that's right. So Alabama had a great win last week. I really like how they looked last week, and I really think that they're going to come with some extra sauce. Because this is, I mean, wasn't it like insanely long since the last time Vanderbilt, or they had never beaten Alabama, right? Until last
They
year,
no, they'd beaten them. It's just been a really long
really
time.
long time.
I don't think that Vanderbilt's beat Alabama in Alabama since like 1984.
Okay, maybe something like that. But so yeah, I think Alabama's gonna come with some extra sauce here. I think this is a good Vanderbilt team.
They're good. Diego Pavia. I mean, the kid he's got moxie, man. He's hanging out with Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, if hopefully not too close. Um, I think that if Vanderbilt hadn't beaten them last year, I might get a sneaky Vandy here. But there's no way Alabama's overlooking Vanderbilt now after that embarrassing loss last season. So I'm going to take Alabama. Again, I don't love giving them 10.5 because this is a good Vanderbilt team, and I think this is a tough as nails Alabama team. They might not necessarily light up the scoreboard, but they are going to play hard. They're going to play tough. I, 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 I'm going to go Alabama. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, so Clark Lee graduated from Vanderbilt, played football there. Great defense coordinator at Notre Dame, got hired at Vanderbilt. Everybody's like, okay, we'll see what you can do. This is cute. Like, you went back to your alma mater. Maybe you'll figure it out, right? Like, no one since James Franklin's kind of figured it out.
Yeah.
Clark Lee's kind of figured it out, and nobody believes in Vanderbilt like Clark Lee does. He was very smart in getting Diego Pavia. Eli Stover's the tight ends. They have that connection. They're pretty good. Defensively, they're sound. Of course, they've scored a lot of points this year. I think they're close to being like the most points scored in the game for anybody in the college football. They've been very dynamic there. But it's Alabama still. And they beat Georgia. They looked good. Ty Simpson looks much better.
Yeah.
He's kind of figured some stuff out. Kalen DeBoer has got his buddy calling the plays again, got him back from the NFL, Ryan Grubb. And it's just one of those things where Alabama defensively was, I think, the biggest surprise from last week. They played very well defensively. That was kind of a knock. Like, hey, you have defensive players, but you're not been really good there. You know, Kalen DeBoer, kind of the soft West Coast coach, blah, blah, blah. I think Vanderbilt plays tough. I think it's close early. And then I think Alabama slowly pulls away. I don't think it's a blowout, but I think they slowly pull away. So I'm going with Alabama to win. But I think it's going to be one of those games where, Vanderbilt. It's going to be another up and coming game for Vanderbilt. Where it was like, Vanderbilt again. Like, okay, like they're actually kind of good. Like,
yeah, I don't really think. I mean, obviously they'd love to go and win this game, but I don't think this really hurts them either that much if they don't win this game, because I can kind of see Alabama, really getting into that SEC title conversation, especially with, beating Georgia and so far having no losses to an SEC opponent.
Yeah, and Kalen DeBoer now has like the monkey off his back again, and it's like, he is kind of a good coach. He just beat Kirby, so yeah, I think I agree with you. If they wouldn't have beat him last year, they probably would have beat him this year.
Yep.
I won't be able to watch this game. I'll be at Notre Dame game, so I will have to watch highlights or watch stats or figure it out.
I'll keep you updated.
It's the only thing that sucks about when you go to a game is you miss some games. That's the only thing that really sucks. So I will be missing this game as Notre Dame kicks off also at 3:30. Moving on to our last game here. This a week ago was massive. We were like, oh man, like watch out. This could be the biggest game of all time. Like, man, they're back. Florida State, Miami, like back to what it used to be in the 90s, 2000s, close games. Florida State had to go and lose to Virginia.
Yep.
They had to go and embarrass us all. They didn't show up when they needed it most against Virginia. Kind of a trap game. Miami, they sat back and had a bye week and kicked up feet, relaxing, living their best life. Number 3, Miami at number 18, Florida State. Miami's a 4.5-point favorite. Over-under is 53.5. This game is 7:30 p.m. on ABC. Jerry went with Miami.
What are you doing?
Well, so my thought process is we've all agreed on every pick. So.
That's my thought process as well.
And so I was thinking, I think Florida State could win this game.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Like
now, I think in my heart of hearts, in my brain, I want to go Miami. In my heart, I want to go Florida State.
Yeah, because I thought about flipping either the last pick or this pick.
I just don't see Vanderbilt beating Alabama.
No, I don't
really
either.
don't.
I don't. Like I could foresee Florida State losing, kind of resetting, being like, hey, we weren't as good. The kid dropped the touchdown pass and they could easily have won the
Yep.
game, like blah, blah, blah. This game right here is going to show how good Mike Norvell is as a coach.
Yep.
Because either you get the boys ready to go again, figure it out after a loss. Hey, we got to reset, recharge. Season's on over. Yeah, we lost. Whatever. We'll give Virginia that win. Great win for them. Blah blah blah. Virginia's not our Super Bowl. We were theirs. Like we got bigger fish to fry.
Yep.
And right now we have it. They didn't have a bye week, but they did get an extra day playing on a Friday. Miami comes in here. Miami's a good football team, without a doubt. Defensive line, dominant, best in the country, easily. Carson Beck has played great all year. They can run the football. They're physical. Mario Cristobal's a good coach. I'm going to go with Florida State. I will do it. I will do it.
And you know what? Damn it, you son of a gun. You got me to go. I'm also going to go to Florida State. Listen, I think that looking back at the Florida-Miami game, there were times there where Miami didn't look very clean either. I think if they have some of that sloppiness against Florida State, this Florida State team could really take advantage of that. I think that now I have a question for you. If Florida State beats Virginia last week, say he catches the ball in the end zone, say that's how the game ends, and they end up winning, what would you do here?
Miami. I'd go Miami all day.
Okay. So, you know what? I'm going to go with you. I'm also going to take Florida State to win this game. I think it is I think Virginia, Florida State was a fluke. I think Miami's going to come in, not overlooking Florida State, but, being like, this isn't a real,
Yeah.
is this the ACC championship game? Who else could we, like Georgia Tech?
Louisville, Pitt. I don't think Pitt's lost in the ACC. I think they haven't lost in the ACC. Clemson has one loss in the ACC, so technically they're not out of it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, I just it could be a precursor potentially.
Okay, so then if this is ACC, I see it all right here. Florida State wins this game. They see each other again in the ACC championship. Miami wins again.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is why we say not gambling advice.
Yeah, because I'm going off of like premonitions.
No, I think it's one of those things. Yankees are up 3-2. There was an error by the Red Sox.
Oh, I was half-ass watching that.
Guy dropped the pop up.
Yeah.
You got to do that.
It's fundamentals, kids. Get your two hands up there. Get that ball right in that pocket, boy.
Making Aaron Judge look like a legend off of an error. No, so like I said, Jerry went Miami. He's logical. He'll probably win the bets, win the picks this week. But yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, there's something about it. Just I think the quarterback for Florida State, old Tommy, is gonna say, "Hey, look, I didn't play good last week. Let's figure it out. Let's come ready to play." I think Florida State knocks off the Miami Hurricanes, and they're also at home at night. That helps tremendously.
Yeah.
Miami, they've played tough teams. I give them credit. They played Notre Dame, they played Florida. They had to play USF. They've played some tough teams. USF they handled. Notre Dame, they late second field goal to win it. Florida was kind of close. They kind of pulled away there at the end. They just out physicaled them at the end. Florida State, look, their backs are against the wall now. It's a much different team. Miami maybe a little bit more relaxed, even though they're ready for Florida State. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Florida State. So are you. So we're all going with Iowa State, all going Texas, all going Louisville, all going Texas Tech, all going Texas A&M, all going with Bama. Jerry goes Miami Hurricanes. We go with Florida State.
We are just them crazy boys, Caleb.
We are just the entire time, like, we all can't pick the same.
No, that's what I was thinking too. I was hoping you were gonna go Miami, and I was gonna be the Lone Ranger on Florida State, but I'll go there with you.
No, like I said, it's one of those things where I like Florida State. I can see I agree with you. I see Florida State winning more than I do Vanderbilt over Alabama. And so we'll see. Another college football week will be here. Baseball playoffs are here. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. I've been kind of panicking here towards the end because, you say at the end of the podcast, thanks for watching. And then Jerry does this really cool, and I don't think I have anything. I sometimes yell peace, but that just feels disruptive.
You
Maybe,
don't know. You don't know what
maybe
you're
I'll
thinking.
maybe I'll do this.
Oh, magic trick.
Yeah, as we go off the air.
I mean, I would say you could do like some Bad Bunny lyrics, but you don't know any Bad Bunny lyrics.
No. Dude, he came out to his own song at one of the WWE pay-per-views, and I can't like sing the song because it'll just sound really racist. Because he's speaking Spanish. I don't know what he's saying. I don't even know like what the Spanish words that he's saying. You know how it's like with rap, it's kind of hard to understand even if you speak the language.
Yeah, I get it.
So yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll do my homework and then I'll start yelling Bad Bunny lyrics at the end of the show.
I mean, the biggest thing is he is American. For everybody
he
that
is
was
American.
For everybody that was like, "Oh my God, we don't have an American guy like that." Alex Bregman just hit a home run, or no, Trevor Story just hit a home run, tied it up 3-3.
Bye baseball. This is a good game.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is win or go home for the Yankees, and the Red Sox want to take them out. I mean, they're like, "Hey, listen here, we're ready to play some ball." That's baseball playoffs for you. I mean, look, it's just it's what people want. October baseball just hits different.
Do you think they juice the baseballs even more for October? Because I feel like the World Series always has an insane amount of home runs.
I don't know if they juice it or you're just paying attention to it more.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, that's always the thing. I mean, wait till the big dumper gets out there next week.
Yeah,
dumping all over him.
He's like an MLB like Road to the Show character.
Kind of, yeah.
Like he just hits an insane amount of home runs. His name is Big Dumper. I could see myself making a player that's named Big Dumper. Yeah, I know that's not his real name, but
no, it's his nickname. He's got a big dumper.
But I could see myself putting Big as my first name and then Dumper as my last name.
I'm sure there's somebody. 29.
69 would have been my number.
29. I think his number is 29. It's like goofy girl. He's a catcher, switch hitter. Like everything is just like.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like it's almost like a make believe character, like a make believe player.
He like checks all the boxes for just weirdness.
Yeah.
He 28, 6'3", 235 pounds.
Unit.
Number 29. Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those where you're just like, this guy? Like, this guy's real. I'm a big fan of it. I might buy a jersey. I've actually contemplated buying a Colorado jersey.
So you're so you're like a real Big Dumper fan.
I'm a real Big Dumper fan. He should
be.
Did
he win the home run derby?
He won the home run derby. He's got a platinum glove as a catcher. He's a switch hitter. He's an all-star. He should be the MVP. Everybody's Aaron Judge. Well, Aaron Judge.
Just
got a batter in off an error.
Yeah.
I mean, are you kidding me?
And if they lose this game, there's no way.
No, I mean, get him out of here. You kidding me?
I also think the Yankees, the MVP for every sport.
Cal Rowling, Florida State. Here we go. It was always Florida State.
Yeah, it was always Florida State.
It was always Florida State.
I think the MVP thing, I think so many times we get it messed up. Because I think Aaron Judge is a phenomenal player. But I think without him, the Yankees would still be decent.
Well, the funny, Dan Patrick talked about this today, too. He goes, everybody's saying Aaron Judge is the MVP based off if he has an average of like 324 or whatever. And he goes, now you care about average?
Right.
Now you're like, oh, average matters.
Yeah.
Now you hear all the other times, like, oh, average is, no, it's not that. It's all about the long ball.
Yeah.
Chicks dig the long ball. That's all we want. Now it's like, oh, he hits over 300, blah, 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 blah. I agree with you. Yankees, I mean, they'd still be good. Would they be like, as good? Probably not. But they're potentially
losing a wild card game. So
they're still
getting knocked out of the wild card.
The Mariners won their division with a catcher, mind you, where your legs get a little jiggly and soft as the season goes on.
That's why he hits so many home runs, because he can't run around the bases. His legs are tired.
And then he just, I mean, because if you take him off the Mariners probably don't even make the playoffs.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
And then not only did they get to the playoffs, they won the division. They have a bye in the first round. They're sitting there, legs back. Big Dumper's relaxing, doing what he can. No, he's a home run derby champ. There's no doubt about it.
And also, I mean, do they decide who the MVP is before the World Series?
Yeah, I don't know if they've already voted on it or not.
Because I was gonna say, if he takes the Mariners to the World Series, that's like the first time in franchise history that they've been in the World Series, right?
Yeah.
So that's a pretty. I mean, that would do it itself. Which I think, honestly, if you you should wait. And I almost feel like you should wait until the World Series is over.
Yeah, I mean, some people would claim that's why there's like a postseason MVP, like the ALCS MVP, and then like the
That's true.
Series
I
MVP,
guess the MVP is kind of, it's kind of like a regular season award.
But yeah, I mean, you have to look at it as like if he isn't on the team, they're not as good as they should be or could be. So yeah, I don't know. It'll be very interesting. But Big Dumper, can't wait to watch him play in the playoffs. That'll be fun.
Big Dumper.
He'll have played in his first year making the play. He'll have more playoff games than Mike Trout. Think about that. Mike Trout's only played in 3. He's going to have a guaranteed 4.
Yep, and Mike Trout gets paid like what, $400 million a year or something?
Yep, $1 billion to get hurt and not be in the postseason. I mean, it's just.
Don't worry, the Dodgers will somehow keep him and Shohei. They'll get him, and then they'll be able to pay all those guys.
It's almost like if they were on the same team, maybe they'd be good at something. You know? Someone's going to look back in history and be like, Mike Trout and Shohei played on the same team at one time. And they didn't do anything.
They didn't even make the playoffs, did they? I know it was a couple of seasons they were together, but
never once made Mike Trout only made the playoffs like his first year.
Yeah, that's so crazy. But I mean,
he decided to stay. It's his own fault.
Yeah, he's a homer.
That's what he does.
Well, he's actually from Philly or something.
From Philly, yeah, he's a Philly guy.
Go Birds.
I think in New Jersey, but it's close enough.
Oh, what if he joined the Phillies? That team would be nasty.
People talked about it years ago, and he stayed in the same pond out there in Anaheim.
I mean, he's getting older though. I mean, he's been in Anaheim forever, so that is kind of like his new home. But you're getting older. If you wanna go back home and live in Pennsylvania, be around your fam more. Go play for the Phillies. Bryce Harper, Mike Trout.
Yeah, Phillies may win the World Series this year.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but if Mike Trout comes, they'll probably not make the playoffs. So
probably not. He's probably a curse.
The Mike Trout curse.
So yeah, we figured out that Nolan is a freak and a weirdo, and love the spice in Libby Dunn's armpits.
Mm-hmm.
We also figured out we hate ties, very un-American.
Yep.
College football coming back.
Yep.
We figured that out. We figured out Bad Bunny is American. For all the people that say he's not American, he very much is.
Yes.
5 MLB teams are looking for managers.
Yes.
And as of right now, Bengals suck.
Bengals suck.
Zach Taylor sucks. Zach Taylor's terrible. And Jerry will be back on Sunday. And we'll be back on Sunday. 6
p.m. The 5th. Oh, wait. The 5th is the Sunday, correct?
I don't know.
Because you know what that means the Sunday after that is, if it is.
Yeah, so Sunday's the 5th. The other Sunday is my birthday.
It's your birthday. Yeah, we're going to have a birthday special.
And we'll have to figure that out. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do there. I haven't planned my day yet.
Are you going to do something on a Sunday?
Well, I'm going to the Notre Dame game Saturday.
Yeah, it's your birthday.
The 11th.
Go out to eat Friday night. Go to the Notre Dame game Saturday. And then spend Sunday with your best pals, Jerry and Trev.
I'm getting old.
I told my girlfriend when I went for my birthday is everyone to leave me alone.
I'm getting old. I mean, it's terrifying to be almost 26.
Yep. I'm right there behind you, though.
And not still to have my life figured out. But I'm closer to 30 than I am 20, which is terrible.
30s are the new 20s, pal.
That's what I've been told. I've talked to a couple people. I'm like, I'm turning 30, and they're like, please, we are 30. Like, please, it's a great time of your life. And I'm like,
40's the new 30.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel like that. I mean, for some reason in my mind, I always feel like I'm 21 years old for some reason. Like,
Yeah, me too.
that's just my mind is like, you're not that old. Like, you're still
Yeah.
20.
When I get
Uh,
carded, like when I go to restaurants and stuff, I like give it to them, and then I'm like, holy shit, I'm 25 years old.
I know. It's like, well, I feel like I don't look very old, but I'm
No, I mean I don't either, but like I work at a middle school, so the kids just tell me I look like I'm 80 years old.
yeah, it ages you a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
It does. To me, I'm just like some young snapper, walking around town.
And you moisturize.
I do. I wash, moisturize, shampoo,
Yeah.
head and shoulders, do everything that I can.
The occasional perm.
Every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Got one last week. So
there you go.
But yeah, so 2 weeks will be my birthday on a Sunday. So
yep. We'll have to figure out. Maybe we'll have a Caleb birthday special.
Yeah, let's not. Caleb's favorite moments with Caleb. We could do that.
Yeah, there you go. We could make a best moments.
Yeah,
and we could do the show on Monday.
I can only imagine how those would go.
It would be food reviews. Would be a lot of them. You gagging on eating food. The MRE would definitely be in there.
I hated that.
What else? The Livy Dunn stuff would be in there.
Cheeseburger.
That's an all timer. Thank you, Nolan. It was a long show, Nolan.
It's a long show, but we got through it.
Yeah. What's funny? Our shows with Jerry, another person, are shorter than our Wednesday shows.
Yeah, because you got to remember, Jerry comes from news where it's like they have a time constraint. They have, in an hour show, they have like 39 minutes.
Yeah.
To get everything in. Commercial breaks. He's used to being like, hey, we got 1 minute here, 30.
Yep.
15. 10. That's what he does for a living is, he talks in ears.
Yeah.
Tells him what to do.
I would love for Jerry to talk in my ear.
He's pretty funny, I will say, in your ear. He's pretty funny. I will admit, he's been in my ear many, many times, and it is, sometimes it's like, what the? I've sat in the back with him many times, too, to watch him do it, and his facial expressions when something doesn't go right is hilarious. But I will say he's very good under pressure, though. He is very good under pressure.
That's our boy Jerry. I wouldn't expect nothing less.
He's very good very good producer. He's going to be big time. If this show isn't big time first, but he will definitely be big time.
Good. Yeah.
But yeah, he'll be back Sunday. So will we. More baseball playoffs. The wild card will be over. The second round will be starting. College football, NFL, whatever else we can find. We'll scrounge.
There's always something. This is like, remember in the summer when we had like nothing? This is like there's something every day.
There's always something going on. Bad Bunny is American. Who would have?
Bad Bunny's American, and Trey Benson's out now. So the Cardinals running backs are literally dying.
Yeah, I don't know. They just don't show up anymore. Work is not a thing. They're probably playing Call of Duty. That's just probably
that's this day and age. I'm more of a Battlefield kind of guy.
Yeah, I heard it's coming out.
Next Friday.
Yeah, who would have thought? Now we'll lose Trevor forever, not because of that game. But yeah, so we'll be back. We'll be doing our thing, and as always, thanks for watching.